my stuff here. Shirts, new tank tops, everything. It's my third time being at this event. I'm really happy, excited, glad to be here again this year. It's my third time, so yeah, meeting new people, networking with new people, so it's going good. It's nice to be here. Nah, look at all that. All these people. Yo, hit that like button, subscribe. Follow my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Check out the website.
Wall, read.
As white as snow, as white as snow, as white as snow.
Just like how you see my man up here. White woolly hair, read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now Christ had red eyes. Why did Christ have red eyes? Give me that.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Give me why Christ's eyes red. Christ had red eyes. Why was Christ's eyes red? Read. So Christ had white woolly hair, and it says his eyes was red. Now we're gonna find out why his eyes was red. Sis, you got a minute, sis? Got a minute? What's your nationality according to the Bible? Do you know? What do you consider yourself? You're African. On the sign, look on the sign right here, sis. Who are you on the sign? Judah. So you're a so-called American black, right? So now, but do you know we the real Jews? Do you know we the real Jews according to the Bible? We are God's chosen people. Did you know that? Did you know that? Give me that. We're gonna prove that out of the Bible though. We are God's chosen people. Little man, do you know what color Christ is? Do you know what color Christ is, sis? Hold on. What color do you think Christ is? Hold on. Be honest, be honest. Be honest. Is it in the Bible? Does it describe in the Bible like what color he is? Do you believe in the Bible? All right, so we're going to prove to you what color Christ is. Give me Revelation.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So the Revelation, this is the last book of the Bible. Word Revelation, the root word is to reveal. It's going to reveal who Jesus Christ was. All right, read. So now, hold up, before we get in. What images do you see of Christ? Most images are what? A white image. Now we're going to see, according to the Bible, was he white or not? Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His hair was white like wool. Turn around, look at that man right there. White like wool. Right? Read.
That's white.
So this is straight one on this image right here. He does not have white woolly hair, right? White woolly hair. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes were a flame of fire. Do you know why Christ's eyes are red? We're going to tell you right now. So now, we know, according to the Bible, this is strike one on this image here. He does not have white woolly hair. This image has white woolly hair. Now we're going to see why Christ's eyes are red. Read.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12.
Read.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
Christ drunk wine in moderation. Matter of fact, his first miracle was what? Turn water to wine. So he had red. So when you drink wine or alcohol, the people's eyes turn red, right? Go back. So now we know Christ had white woolly hair with red eyes, right? Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Read.
as white as snow.
Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Read.
And his feet.
And his feet. And his feet. Because back then they wore sandals, so you can see his feet. Read.
Like unto fine brass.
Like it's a fine brass. What color is brass? Brown, right? Okay, it's going to get even deeper. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if you put that in a furnace, what color is it going to turn? Black. So Christ is a black man according to the Bible. You do not see this image nowhere in the Bible. But throughout the churches, throughout the world, we always see a white image. But that is false according to the Bible. You cannot find no white Christ in the Bible. That's an absolute lie. Is it more? So now, what do you know who the angels were in the Bible? The angels? Angels are also black. Give me Ezekiel. Ezekiel. So now, Christ was a black man. So make sure they learn that Christ is a black man. So now we're going to also get the angels real quick. Ezekiel.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1 in verse 13.
Every time you see angels, the angels are what? White also. Be honest, they're white. Now we're going to see what color the angels are according to the Bible. Read.
As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire.
Burning coals to a fire. So what? Coal is what color? There you go. Read.
And like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning.
So we see the angels also are black like Christ. Now, you said you are American black, right? But you call yourself African American, right? Now we're going to prove, well, we're the real Jews. We're going to prove that. Give me Deuteronomy.
Yes, sir.
We're going to prove this is correct.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
But it
This
shall
is Moses. This is Moses. Read.
But it shall come to pass,
Meaning, what he's about to say is going to happen.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If you won't listen to what I'm about to tell you, read.
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses is saying, if you don't listen to what I'm about to tell you, all these curses is about to happen. Now, is curse a good thing or a bad thing?
A little bit of history, right?
Right, it's a bad thing. So if we don't hearken to what Moses is about to tell us, certain things are going to happen to us. Now, these certain things we're going to go through these lists. We're going to see who this identifies with this on the earth.
So where you from?
Say we don't know who the Jews are. Just say, for example, now the Bible's going to tell us who they are according to the Bible. You tell me who does this fit on the earth. Give me verse 48.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
Serve thy enemies, read.
which the Lord shall send against thee,
So the Lord is going to send the enemies against a certain people, read.
in hunger, and in thirst,
Read.
and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
So now, if you was to go on your phone right now and Google yokes of iron, who do you think is going to pop up? Who had yokes of iron around their necks? During slavery, who had yokes of iron around their neck? Black people. It's us. So far, we know the yokes of, so if you were to go on your phone when you get home, Google yokes of iron, you're going to see nothing but black people come up. Now, we're going to get right to the point. Give me verse right there. These are facts. Yeah, yokes of iron. See, these are facts. These are all facts. This is all part of history. Now we're reading this out the Bible, so it matches up. This is something they don't read in the Bible, but it's all right here in the Bible. Our whole history. Matter of fact, this is our book. This is nobody else's book. I'm going to prove that in a minute. But now, we're going to get right to the point. How did we get to America? Do you know? About vehicle-wise, transportation-wise, a boat. Is that in the Bible? You would think? No, that's okay. Give me verse 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So now when it says again, the first time, you know anything about the history, the first time we came out of Egypt, we walked through with Moses. The first time, but it's notice it says again. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We should not see our homeland no more again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And once we got to this side of the world, where we're not sold, we're certain who? Who is our enemy? It says our enemy.
For bondmen and bondwomen,
For slave man, slave woman,
and no man shall buy thee.
meaning no one could redeem us. You had Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, they all tried to save us. Malcolm X, right? It says, the Bible says what?
And no man shall buy thee.
They will never redeem us. Why? Because go back to verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy.
This is why. Oh, read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse
But
1.
this is why.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So why aren't we redeemed? Read it one more time. No, read it, listen to this one more time.
And it shall come to pass,
It shall come to pass,
if thou shalt hearken
if
diligently
you should not hearken diligently, listen diligently, read,
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So we break God's commandments. That's why we went into slavery. That's why. Right. Like today, for example, you know we're breaking God's commandments today. Did you know that? You're breaking God's commandments today? Today, do you know what today is according to the Bible? Today is the Sabbath. Have you ever heard of the Sabbath? Then there are rules to the Sabbath. Do you know that? Give me Exodus 20 verse 8. What's the first day of the week? Sunday. Keep that in mind. Sunday is the first. And how many days in a week? 7 days in a week. Keep that in your mind. 7 days a week. Sunday is the first day, right? Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Remember. Now, just notice it says remember. Why does it say remember? If you look around today, we didn't forgot. So it says remember. Read.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
To keep it holy.
6 days shalt thou labor.
6 days. You know the first day is Sunday. You have 6 days to do what you want to do. Read.
And do all thy work.
Do all thy works in the 6 days. Read.
But the seventh day,
The seventh day, which we know is the Sabbath day. Read.
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Oh, no work. Sabbath day, you should do no work on the Sabbath. Right? Read.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days
6 days.
the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day.
So on the seventh day, which is Sabbath, we're not supposed to be working. Now also, there are also rules on the Sabbath that we're not supposed to be cooking. Did you know that? You can't cook or eat hot food on the Sabbath either. Listen to this. Yeah, you can't. You cannot cook. Give me Exodus.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16
These
and
are all
verse...
rules to the Sabbath and how you keep the Sabbath holy. That's all this is. You can't eat hot food. It's going to explain it. Go read. It's
The book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, that this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today.
So meaning, today's a Sabbath, right? So yesterday you were supposed to cook. Right, read. Exactly, read.
And see that ye will see, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So whatever you cooked yesterday, you leave it over and eat it today. So you can't eat nothing hot today. So for example, you can eat sandwiches, fruit, stuff like that. Even you can eat chicken too. You just can't warm it up. So far you can't do what? You're not supposed to work on the Sabbath. You can't cook on the Sabbath. Right. What else?
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31.
You're not supposed to buy on the Sabbath. Read.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any fiddles on the Sabbath day to sell.
So for example, see how today they're bringing stuff out here to sell? Read.
That we would not buy it of them.
That we, Israel, should not buy whatever they're selling today. Read.
On the Sabbath.
On the Sabbath. It's being very specific. You're not supposed to buy on the Sabbath. Read.
Or on the holy day.
Or on the holy day. So now this is letting you know you're not supposed to do what? You can't buy. So there are rules. This is how you keep the Sabbath day holy. There are rules. You have to keep the rules. Now, do you know that women, do you know the appearance of a woman? A woman not supposed to wear pants. Did you know that? You heard that? Give me that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Now also in this verse, it's going to also tell you what a man, it's going to also tell you what a man not supposed to have on too. So it's not just picking on a woman, it's going to also go into the man. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So what does that mean? What the a man wear? Pants. Read it one more time.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Which are pants. Why? Because you have a zipper. But you need, what does a woman need a zipper?
Give it away for free. Give it away for free.
Neither shall a man.
Now it's going to go to a man. Neither shall a man do what?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
What is a woman's garment? So you see all these rappers today wearing these dresses, right? You're not supposed to do that. Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy
So
God.
the guy, he said, this is an abomination. He hates it. You're not supposed to do that. Now, I'm going to show you how a woman's supposed to dress.
You know about us?
This is how a woman's supposed to dress according to the Bible. Not
day.
according to me, but according to the Bible.
Is, you know,
everything's coming out the Bible.
Can I do a little interview with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, all praises.